Keep your focus here. Question 1. Spot the narrowing word. Which of the following is not a type of machine learning? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option C. Distributed describes where you run it, not how it learns. Supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning are common types of machine learning, while distributed learning refers to the architecture for running machine learning models across multiple systems. Hey guys, it's Stack Lessons. Another practice run for you, 10 questions covering ML learning types, AWS governance and compliance, and managed AI services. 6 seconds per question to lock in your answer. Pause whenever you need a longer think. Have fun with it. Keep a running tally. We compare scores in the comments afterwards. Keep your focus here. Question 2. Watch for the hidden requirement. Which AWS service assists with centralized logging for security and compliance? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option B. CloudTrail logs API calls? That's not compliance evidence. AWS Audit Manager provides centralized logging and documentation for security and compliance audits, streamlining evidence collection and audit preparation. All right, now for question 3. What is the primary purpose of data lineage in AI systems? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option C. Data lineage answers. Where did this data come from? Data lineage tracks the origin and transformations of data, ensuring transparency and compliance by documenting how data flows through the ML pipeline. All right, question 4. This is a distractor check. Which generative AI model architecture is commonly used for tasks like summarization and translation? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option B. RNNs handle sequences too. Here's why transformers replace them. Transformer-based models are widely used for tasks like summarization and translation due to their efficiency and scalability in handling sequential data. CNNs are for image processing, RNNs are older sequential models, and decision trees are for classification regression. Okay, question 5. Separate context from noise. The institution must ensure that security vulnerabilities are identified and mitigated throughout the software development lifecycle for AI applications. Which foundational security capability aligns with this strategy? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option C. The phrase development lifecycle is doing the work here. Application security focuses on identifying and mitigating vulnerabilities throughout the development lifecycle, ensuring robust security for AI applications from design to deployment. First 5 covered ML paradigm taxonomy, compliance tool distinctions, transformer dominance over RNNs, and scenario wording as the category unlock. Here we go, question 6. Map the scenario to the capability. A retail company deployed an image recognition system to identify product defects from manufacturing photos. Management wants to assess how frequently the system correctly identifies defective items. Which metric should they use? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option B. Classification problem, management audience, one metric type wins. Accuracy directly measures the proportion of correct classifications, making it perfect for evaluating defect detection performance. It clearly shows what percentage of products were correctly identified as defective or non-defective. R-squared measures how well regression models fit continuous data. RMSE quantifies prediction errors for continuous variables. Learning rate is a training hyperparameter, not a performance metric. Accuracy provides the most straightforward answer to management's question about classification correctness. Next up, question 7. Keep the constraints in view. A machine learning engineer is evaluating a generative model system for customer support applications. The engineer needs to identify key performance metrics and optimize the model for improved response accuracy and efficiency. Which business metric best evaluates the model's performance? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option B. Business metrics outrank technical ones when management is asking. Customer satisfaction is the most comprehensive metric for evaluating customer support generative model performance, as it directly measures how well the system meets user needs and expectations. Customer satisfaction scores reflect both response accuracy and effectiveness through user feedback. Conversion rate measures sales success, not support quality. AWS customer reviews are too platform-specific. Average response time only measures speed, not quality or accuracy. Customer satisfaction provides the most holistic view of system performance from the user perspective. Next up, question 8. Follow the operational constraint. A social media company, Snapshare Inc., needs to moderate user-uploaded images by detecting inappropriate content such as violence or adult material. They need a scalable and cost-effective solution. Which AWS service provides pre-trained models for image and video analysis, including content moderation? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option A. Pre-trained, scalable, moderation built in. That narrows it fast. Amazon Rekognition makes it easy to add image and video analysis to applications using proven, highly scalable deep learning technology. It can detect objects, scenes, faces, and also offers content moderation capabilities to identify unsafe content. This one has a tempting trap. SageMaker does ML, so why not use it? Let's find out. Imagine Snapshare gets 10 million user images uploaded every day. You need to flag violence and nudity before anyone sees it. You have two options. Call a pre-built AWS service or train your own model. Rekognition, that's Amazon's image analysis service, is the pre-built option. One API call, detect moderation labels, scans an image and flags 35 plus content types in seconds. No training data, no ML expertise, no setup. SageMaker is AWS's platform for building custom models. You need labeled data, a training job, and ML know-how to even get started. The question says scalable and cost-effective. That's pointing you at a managed API, not a DIY model. SageMaker is the trap when you see machine learning in the same sentence as content moderation. Now, question 9. Reason from the scenario. A news aggregation platform, InfoStream Central, wants to automatically identify the key topics and entities like people, places, organizations mentioned in thousands of daily news articles. They prefer a solution that requires minimal machine learning expertise. Which AWS AI service is best suited for this? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option C. TextRack looks right for text analysis. Here's why it isn't. Amazon Comprehend is a natural language processing NLP service that uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in text. It can perform tasks like entity recognition, key phrase extraction, and topic modeling without requiring ML expertise. Let's slow down here. 4 AWS services, but only one actually reads your text for meaning. Imagine you're running a news desk and 5,000 articles land in your inbox every morning. You need to know who's mentioned, what organizations, which cities, but you have 0 ML engineers on staff. That's exactly the problem Amazon Comprehend solves. It reads your text and hands back entities, key phrases, and topics. No model training required. The other options are traps. Translate flips languages, not what you need. Textract pulls words out of a scanned image or PDF. And SageMaker Ground Truth labels data for training. It doesn't analyze anything. The decision is simple. If you need to understand meaning inside text, Comprehend wins. Now, question 10. A data science team at Insight Driven Corp is embarking on a new machine learning project. They understand that the performance and reliability of their resulting AI model will heavily depend on the quality, quantity, and relevance of the input they use for training. What fundamental component of ML is being emphasized here? Select one answer. Review the answer choices on screen. The correct answer is option C. Quality, quantity, relevance. The 3 data levers that define the model. Training data is the cornerstone of most machine learning models. The quality, quantity, and representativeness of the data used to train a model are critical factors that directly influence its performance, accuracy, and ability to generalize to new, unseen data. Let's pause here. This one is about the most important ingredient in any ML project. Imagine you want to teach a model to spot fraudulent credit card charges. You feed it 1,000 examples, all of them legitimate. The model learns nothing useful. That's the lesson here. Your model is only as good as what it learned from. Bad data means bad predictions, no matter how clever your code is. The phrase quality, quantity, and relevance is the exam's way of pointing you straight at training data. Cloud infrastructure, programming language, hyperparameters, those all matter later, but the data comes first. The question is testing whether you know training data is the foundation. 3 takeaways from this session. First, distributed learning is an infrastructure pattern, not one of the 3 core ML paradigms. Second, Audit Manager collects audit evidence. CloudTrail records API calls, different tools for different goals. Third, Comprehend extracts meaning from existing text. Extract digitizes text out of scanned documents. Every question here came down to one thing: knowing exactly what a service or concept does, not just its name. Transformers, Audit Manager, Comprehend, own those distinctions, and the exam follows. Quick favor before you go. Subscribing is the free way to support this and to reach more people on the same path. Drop your score in the comments and any question you'd want more detail on. Want a specific certification next? Name it below. And if the speed or look of these could be better, I'm listening.